Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another retro gaming review. And now I bring you Tapper for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Now, if there's anyone watching who isn't from the heyday of video games, this game came out in 1985. If the name Tapper rings a bell, he featured as a character in the 2012 animated film Wreck-It Ralph. So, and what you got to do is keep punters happy by keeping their pouring beer before they reach the edge of the bar and beat the crap out of you, basically. The original arcade machine had actually used Budweiser beer, but as soon as because of alcohol laws, particularly in the United States, being quite stringent, they in order to make it child friendly, they replaced the Budweiser with something non-alcoholic. So I'm quite happy with those controls, Q, Z, I, P and N. I'll alter the skill level to fair, I think. So yeah, you can get instructions in this. Oh yeah, it's soda in this. And you also got to be careful not to make too many sodas, otherwise the excess at least one of the excess ones will crash into the back wall and you lose a life. And you get those kind of scores depending on what you manage to do. And if a hunter decides to throw a cup back towards you, you've got to catch it. If it reaches the end of the table and falls on the floor, you also lose a life. So let's get it. Oh yeah, I actually played this back in the day, and if you value your hearing or your sanity in general, then you might want to reduce the amount of sound that can reach your ears and hope that you can still hear what I'm going to say about the game. You'll see why in a moment. Well, you'll hear why in a moment. Yes. Beeper tune at its worst. God, that was hard. Don't like it. And then one complication is when you've got a whole jumble of characters in the Spectrum version, it's hard. It can sometimes be hard to tell precisely how many people there are. Because remember, if you make too many, then one of the jerk glasses will bash against the back wall and you'll lose a life. Get out the door. God, these guys must want to piss by now. See, look, there's a jumble of pixels at the top, so it's a bit hard to tell how many there are. No! Damn it! I did one too many. See the case in point, I didn't know precisely how many people there were because when you got two that sort of overlap each other like that, it can be a bit hard to tell how many people there are. God, this music's horrible. Now in this one, this guy shakes all except one of the cans, and you've got to take note of which one he doesn't shake. Keeping an eye on it. Keeping an eye on it. Keeping an eye on it. It's this one here. Yes. And you get a bonus. Gee, I wonder what soft drink sponsored this game, eh? More horrible beeper music. Oh, goodness. Madam, please just pass the glasses to me. No, no, damn it! I couldn't do that one and that the row below. In the original arcade machine, you actually had the kind of pulley system that is used to traditionally serve drinks in bars, which is a nice touch. Blooming out! No, damn it! God, I was stuck between a rock and a hard place there. Let's give this another whirl. I think I might make it a little bit easier. It's even fair was a little bit on the challenging side. It's just a shame that they went for that beeper music. I mean, the tune's recognisable, it's just really irritating. God, I bet a lot of people who work on a bar wish they could probably prepare drinks this quickly. Probably wouldn't want the kind of punters that would come here though, but it's nonsense again. So it should be the 1 second from the left. Yep. If you pick the wrong one, you can probably guess what would happen, given that that's a fizzy drink, and you can guess what happens if you shake a fizzy drink too much. There's a little bit of colour clash just then. See, look, there's two people right on top of each other. So only when it blinked very quickly did I realise there were two people. Otherwise, it would have looked like there was absolutely no one there at all. I just wish they could have programmed it so you couldn't have two people exactly on top of one another. Oh no! Oh god, that was close. I nearly served a drink to an empty table. Oh goodness me! Notice how if you press down when you're at the very bottom table, you can actually it'll take you. It actually sort of wraps around, so it takes you to the top bar like that. Damn this music, irritating. Funny how if they get to the very end of the bar, they duff up the tapper, but if he goes near them, they let him get on with his job. This music. No, blimey hell! Another case of two characters right on exactly on top of one another. Jeez, this is getting hard. Oh, damn it, I couldn't have done anything about it. Everyone was approaching me at exactly the same time. I had more chance of seeing the Virgin Mary than I had of being able to do that successfully. Seriously, do these ladies not need a piss yet with all they've been drinking? No. Bloody hell. Stop coming for me all at the same time. You ladies must need the bog by now. God. Oh, I couldn't do anything about that. There was just too much going on. I'll tell you what, Phoebe Cates' character in Gremlins. Oh, I better get that. Shit, I'd served one too many. I mean, that when you grab those two balls from the camera like that and cause that distraction, it does give you a bit of respite from most, if not all, of the punters. But you have to be a bit careful about when you collect it, because if you collect it after having served too many drinks, and one of them, and even just one of them, turns towards the stage to look at what's going on, then the glass will smash into the back wall, as that one just did. Oh, got it. Oh, God, that was lucky. Yes. Oh, none of them are watching. Oh, one is. As you can see, they don't all watch. Come on, watch what's going on the stage. Give me a break, literally. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. No. Again, another case of there being more than one character on top of another. Oh, thank God. Oh, this again. Should be the middle one. Yes. This is quite confusing because you got the different, because you got some bars, doors. No, what have I done that for? You brain. Oh, this music. As I was saying, this is a bit more confusing because it's hard. It's a little bit harder to keep track of things when you got two entrance doors for the customers on the right and two on the left. Oh yes. No, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Bollocks. Oh God. It makes it. Oh god, this music. I'll go out the door. Oh darn, not many of them doing it this time. Bollocks! It's so much harder when you haven't got the doors on the same side like they were in the two previous bars. Quick! Thank God. No! Damn it! Damn it! I couldn't get there in time. Not quite sure what this tune is, I have to admit. Don't go out the door. Jude. Ah! This is really starting to get hard. So even on the easiest difficulty setting, it's not exactly a walk in the park. Go outside. Oh. Yes. Oh, God. No! Damn it! Oh, thank God. For once, I'm actually glad a customer came then. Sometimes the controls are a bit sticky in this. It's really quite frantic, this. Oh dear. Nice use of colour though, I have to give it that. As I said, there's a little bit of clash when Tapper crosses over. Oh God, bloody hell, that was close. No! No, damn it. Oh, blast it! Last life now. I don't know if it actually resets everything on the stage you're on when you lose a life. There are times when I think it is, and then other times when I'm not so sure. Oh, God. Oh, I've run out of lives now, that's it. Game over. So that's Tapper for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Pretty solid port all round, really. Just has a couple of niggles to make it slightly less enjoyable than perhaps it could have been. Graphics, well, nice use of colour. Pretty well drawn, all things considered, and nice use of colour on that loading screen with only a little bit of clash. Slight colour clash whenever Tapper passes over customers and sometimes table legs and the like. But by and large, clash is kept to a minimum. Sound, well, as you can hear from this demonstration mode, the music is a constant source of irritation because it's beeper and it's less agreeable. It's not the worst music. I still rather listen to this than the music that was at the start of Slitty and Sweep in the review of the Spectrum game there. Yeah, it's really nice use of colour. The only other sound effects of note is when a glass falls off, either falls off the edge and onto the floor and shatters, or and you just saw there what happened if you opened the wrong can, and if a glass hits the back wall through serving too many glasses of soda for the number of customers on that particular table. Had I made it just one more bar further, I would have been in an alien cantina, and the music playing would have been the music that was played in the Mos Eisley cantina that was in Star Wars Episode 4: New Hope, the film from 1977. You know, that one. Bear in mind, it would have sounded the same kind of beeper harmony that you're hearing here, so it would have been every bit as much of an acquired taste as the rest of it. But gameplay, by and large, it responds as expected. This was pretty much before US Gold really went to shit with their conversions and started to care somewhat less about the final product and making sure that the customers got decent games. There's one of those bars I was telling you about just now, the aliens. This isn't the bar I was on about. It's a completely different bar to that. But anyway, as I was saying, back to the gameplay. As I said, if the controls are fairly responsive and the like, although there are a couple of moments where it inexplicably sticks a little at times, and that can be a problem, because when you're panicking trying to get to a table on time to either catch a glass or serve a customer, the last thing you want is for it to any kind of control to momentarily stick. I mean, the game's hard enough as it is. It's not ridiculously hard, but it is challenging. And of course, you're having to do all that while being ear raped with that harmonised beeper tunage. The other main problem I have is that due partially to a slight problem with when graphics when Spectrum graphics overlap each other, not so much color clash, but when you've got say in this case multiple customers that are almost or exactly on top of one another, the resulting mess can make it a bit hard to tell how many customers you actually need to serve. And as you've seen, if you serve just one too many glasses, then the excess glass will smash against the back wall and cost you a life. So that can be quite annoying. So I think I'll give Tapper on the Spectrum 7 out of 10. It's a fairly good port. It's not as good as it could have been, but it's nowhere near terrible. Even though it's got the US Gold as the publisher, this is one of the times when you're not going to be so heavily punished. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that review, and you can still hear after having been subjected to that rather interesting music. So anyway, that's Taxi88 out.